Yeah, it's a nice jump up. That was a good suggestion for the intake, I guess.
Using the hub dyno today?
Yeah, usually I only use this when it's you know, over 1,000 horsepower, or if I'm doing some trans tuning. This guy track races this thing a lot, so we like to get the shift points like perfect. This is pretty much got our stage 4 package. He had an intake on it before that was a pile of crap. Now we switched to a RotoFab Big Gulp, and I want to see what it does. 245 upper, 917 lower, R ported blower, R cam, our fuel system.
No math.
No meth. That's pretty much it. It's been 990 in the heat, so should probably, you know, go a little faster with a better intake on it. And the shift points were also a little, you know, a little low before too, so it's got more in it for sure.
Okay. That's quite a bit more than it made before.
Yeah, it's a nice jump up. That was a good suggestion for the intake, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that other brand intake. Had some knockoff 5-inch or 4.5, I forget what it was. He already came in with that, and I told him to switch to the RotoFab, and I'm pretty happy with that so far. Was it like 747 to 778, so yeah, pretty good. And it's still pulling a 7,000. I want to pull a little harder this time and put some timing in it, see what it does.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was over 8. That's...
I mean, usually we make about 8. It's stock heads actually, so yeah, usually not even that much really. That one we just did last week made 750. This thing's always ran really good though, you know. I always tell everyone the numbers really don't mean anything. It's a tuning tool. We had a brand new ZL1 that came on this dyno. Everyone says this dyno always reads more. But it came on this dyno, we did our stage 2. It was a 6th gen. It only made 680s. He's from North Carolina. He went back down there, and that night he got back and went 990 flat, so 139, and it made 680. So, you know, right.
Saying off camera about the torque on here, I guess it reads a little bit lower.
Yeah, I've never had a car read high torque on this dyno. I don't know what it is. Me and mainline go back and forth all the time on how to get it to read higher. But like I said before, it's just a tuning tool, you know. I can tell you it's definitely making more than that, you know. I just loaded it down pretty hard on that pool, and typically as I do that, it reads more torque, but it'll read less horsepower. In this case, it's not it. You know, it's still picking up in power and torque too, but it's what it is. As long as it runs good at the track, then I think you know, he'll be happy. It's pulling really hard up top. Like, you know, usually our cam is pull 7,000, 6,800. You know, these blowers are so small and they fall off early, especially when you start spinning them pretty hard. But I'm pulling to like almost 7,200 on this thing, and it's still climbing them, but I'm not going to pull any harder. It's a stock bottom end, stock everything, stock head, stock valve, so and it's making 820. So I think I'm going to stop where I am and just do some train steering. That's usually when the intake shines up top.
Yeah.
I mean, it picked up all around, but it really picked up on top there. I'll probably need a tram soon.
Yeah.
Making that power, but I mean, I don't know. It just depends how it beats on it, you know.
Still, I'm assuming stock trains and everything. So
Stock train, stock converter, stock everything. So you know, they usually start to let loose around 800 plus, just depending on the car and how much life, you know, has been beat on, how much of its life has been beat on. But I think this thing only has, I don't know, 20,000 miles on it or something. So might make it for a little bit.
It's part of going fast.
Right.
It's nice to do trans tuning on the hub Dyno. You can go through.
It's much nicer. These transmissions are very tricky to tune, and if not the proper load and stuff like that isn't applied, then you know, like on a dyno jet, for example, if you go trans tune something on dyno and then you bring it out on the street and it doesn't shift, when you put it on this, it's like real time. Like I can literally put a 960 pass in the main line and it will make a 960 pass, you know, roughly is what this thing should probably run, you know, 960, mid to high nines. So
not to have to worry about spinning on the dyno, everything's great.
Right, you can launch it like 2,000 RPM or 1,000, whatever you want to do really. I usually load them a little bit just so it doesn't shock the dyno a lot, so. This one is actually one of my favorites, really cool customer of ours. He originally came in for a stock LSA swap. It made like high 700s. He was out in 30-degree weather with a bunch of his buddies and broke like 3 rods in it. So he came back and things got a little out of control on this thing. He just wanted to fix it, you know, kind of the way it was, rod piston motor, and then it wound up being a 416. Then he added a Kong 2650, 85, you know, the whole 9. So now it makes like right at 1,000. But the cool thing about this is he drives it like 3 or 4 days a week, and you can't even really tell it's got a cam in it. He really wanted something calm. I think his wife drives it, his son drives it. It's back in getting the ice box actually in the back. Well, originally, like I said, it wasn't really designed to make 1,000. So now spinning the blower a little harder and stuff like that, we're gonna have to put a trunk tank in it, and he wants to make 1,100 now. So we're changing the lower on it. It should make in between 11 and 1,200, somewhere in there. It's got a built 6L80 in it, Circle D 6L80. Still a stock ZL1 converter, nothing too crazy. It's a cool little car to drive around in.
Yeah, Woodstock.
Yeah, it just busted the brick in the ZL1 lid, so, and it was reinforced. This guy beats the crap out of this thing.
The customer came in, we're swapping the intake, putting a bigger throttle body on it. So swapping from the AFE to Cord's 5-inch. Suppose he had the stock throttle body on it. It's got a ATEC 103 now, so it should pick up a decent amount. And I'm just cleaning up the meth nozzles, the old PTFE sealant stuff. So I swapped the nozzles on the new intake. It does.
What do you got going on this thing?
Putting an ice box in it, running a EWP pump, dash 12 Brown Miller, all the way up to the front. One line will go straight to your stock heat, or the aftermarket heat exchanger. Our line will go straight to the blower lid, and then the other one will return back to the ice box.
basically, we're just going to see if this thing picks up over the previous intake, right? That's the only change.
It's got the new intake and it's went from the regular Kong port to the Stage X Kong port.
Okay, so the port changed too. Okay.
And a 103, it had an LT5 on it before.
Got it. Okay.
So we'll see what it does. I'm curious. It doesn't have a lower on it, so I'm actually curious to see if it's going to pick up a lot or not really any at all.